So it turns out Nick Nurse called his team unathletic, slow, and old after the loss versus the Boston Celtics. Now, he said it much nicer than that, but that's my takeaway if I'm being real. Shout out NBA Krell for asking Nick Nurse this question whether his team's staff messaging ahead of tonight's loss to the Celtics resonated with the players. Before we get into Nick Nurse's response, leave a like on the video, comment your thoughts below. It helps me out a ton. Thank you very much. So he stated again, I think we're still having some general movement issues, just keeping up with the pace of the game, conditioning rhythm, whatever it is. I think, again, that's a challenge for us. I'm hoping that a game gets us a little bit more in game shape. They were really moving fast, and we were a step behind on a lot of stuff. So hopefully, some of that conditioning will carry over to the next one. I just find that so embarrassing considering it's the middle of the season. This isn't the first game. This is the first game after the All-Star break. Like I can understand missing shots, which the Sixers did a lot tonight because you're rusty. You haven't played a real game, but like, come on. You gotta be in game shape, especially when you're trying to make the playoffs, quote unquote, trying. It's like, what are we doing? I also wanted to see where the Sixers ranked in terms of pace. The Memphis Grizzlies lead the NBA as the fastest team. Atlanta, Chicago, Washington Wizards, Denver Nuggets. What do all those teams have in common? Indiana Pacers, Cleveland Cavaliers, athleticism, speed, young guys. Sixers are just a complete opposite. I digress. The Sixers are 28th in the league, the third slowest pace in the league. And you want to know something funny? Nick Nurse was like, oh, Boston was just faster than us tonight. Well, Boston plays a slow brand of basketball for NBA standards, today's NBA. 26th Boston Celtics, and they looked way faster than us tonight. So that's embarrassing. I also wanted to see how we do in the fast break points situation because I feel like the Sixers are one of the worst teams at converting fast breaks, like whether it's missing layups or just missing that easy pass. Kelly Oubre going 1-on-4 and things like that. It turns out, bottom half of the league, Philadelphia 76ers averaging 15.1 fast break points. I also wanted to take a look at the Joel Embiid, Paul George, and Kelly Oubre combo. So it turns out this season, that trio has played 248 minutes together. They have a net rating of -6, offensive rating of 106.2, and a defensive rating of 112.2. So let's go to offensive rating. 121.9 is the leader in the NBA, the Cleveland Cavaliers. You go all the way to the bottom, 105.7. That means when this trio is on the court, they are playing at the second worst offense in the league rate. Kelly Oubre, Paul George, and Joel Embiid are a terrible dynamic because all of them are inconsistent passers, not just like decision makers, but also like accuracy. 112.2 defensive rating is pretty good. Let's go take a look at that. So the leader is 104.5, OKC Thunder. Really, the leader is 108.3 because the Thunder are just so much better than everyone. That's an outlier. So the Clippers, 108.3. So Sixers, middle of the pack defense with Kelly Oubre, Paul George, and Embiid on the floor. So it's like you're not even an elite defense with those three on the court. And then on top of that, you got the worst offensive rating in the league. My goodness, no wonder they can't win games when they're fully healthy because those three are guaranteed 30 plus minutes a night. Also, I just want to ask the question, what was the point of trading for Jared Butler and signing him to a contract? This is going to be what he is for the rest of the season. Inconsistent minutes, 11 minutes versus the Milwaukee Bucks. Versus the Toronto Raptors, he was really good, 15 points. And then next game, he gets 25 minutes. He struggles. So what does Nick Nurse do? Oh, next game, you're not playing. 3 minutes. And let's go take a look at who played. I want to do something a little fun. So point guards for the Sixers. Only one point guard played. What the heck? Give Jared Butler some minutes off the bench. I mean, come on. What are we doing? That was one of the reasons I didn't get super excited. And here's the kicker. Kyle Lowry wasn't even available. So imagine when Kyle Lowry is able to play. Oh my goodness. Watch out, Jared Butler. You're going to be back in the G League, my guy. That's all I got, though. Let me know your thoughts below.